You straight? You straight? Hey, oh, hey man, you ain't gotta do all. You ain't gotta apologize, man. We rocking out. This my homie Dot. This one of my homies. I fucked with when I was up in Georgia, and Dot. This is my big cousin Lil Libra. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm glad that you jumped in because me and Cuddy, you know, we from the same place, so our conversation we kind of on the same thing. But I'm glad that you jumped in so you can give us your shit in it. But what we was just talking about right now was artists maturing with a crowd instead of like making the same shit and then it don't hit as much. Or like and what brought that up was we was just saying how sometimes you listen to somebody's shit and then maybe they knew his shit ain't necessarily what you like, but it's not that you don't like the artist, you just might like they older shit better, but it's because they're not growing with you and what you do, kind of the conversation that me and you was having the other day. They're not growing with what you doing in life, so it's like at 21, our mindset wasn't the same as it is right now in our 30s at 21. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's kind of where you know, we was at with it though, man. You want to cut in, drop anything in on that with us?
I think it's a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? Because you got some motherfuckers who want the old shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you got people who want you to mature, want to see your growth as an artist, as an individual, you know what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. You know, you can't please everybody, but me personally, it just depends on the artist. Like certain artists, I wish they would go back, you know what I'm saying, to certain things that they did in their past. And then certain artists, it sound like, it don't sound the same when Jeezy, you know what I'm saying, do what he used to do. It sounds sort of weird now. Because it's like, yo, dog, I can tell you not as hungry as you used to be. And, well, not even that. Your hunger's in a different place now. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like you trying to get out of the hood or, you know what I'm saying, legitimize your money at this point. No, you already got all these liquor deals and, you know what I'm saying, president of this and, you know, co-president of that. So, yeah, I think it just depends on the artist. Me, like, I can just speak on myself. Like, some of my material has matured, and then sometimes on certain songs, I revert back to the same old shit that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? When me and you was kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Rapping about that same old ignorant shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I get too long-winded. I did a show a couple of days ago, Thursday, and, you know what I'm saying? The first song I did, I told him, I said, yo, this is some ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went on to let them know, this some ignorant shit you finna hear. You know what I'm saying? And then throughout my set, you know what I'm saying, I started rapping about realer shit, but I think it's just depending on the artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to hear no intellectual shit from Uncle Luke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want Uncle Luke coming out here uplifting him up. You know what Uncle Luke here to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what Uncle Luke here to do.
Right.
So it just depends on the crowd and what you're trying to cater to, man.
Nah, I feel that 100, man, but that's kind of, man, what we was getting in though. Like, you know, I you know, we from the West, so I used like Snoop as an example. You know, in the maturation of his shit, because I feel like he's saying the same thing, but just at different points of life. And like that's what I was explaining to her. Like when he was in his 40s making that rhythm and gangster shit, we was in high school. I was like 17, but I fucked with it because I would be in the bar with my uncles and my big cousins, my OGs, motherfuckers 30, 40, 50 years old. I'm 17, but I'm in the bar with them. And that's the vibe that motherfuckers is on. But he's still on his gangster shit, but then now he flipping it around. And then even now, it's like motherfuckers so different with it, but still the same. We also was talking about Sugar Free. I don't know how much Sugar Free y'all listen to out there in Georgia.
That dude called, like, Sugar Free is a
Yeah, yeah. I like Sugar Free, man. I told you, bro. I got a song from his
Yeah, you
producer.
telling me his producers from out your way.
Yeah. Yeah, he from Sacramento, but he based in
Okay.
Vegas. So whenever I go to this studio out there, I be seeing all of them underground California rappers in the studio and shit. I ain't made no songs with them, but I got one. I got one though from El Fangus though. El Fangus dope than a motherfucker, and he done made music for shit Sugar Free, J Stone, Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? All type of motherfuckers. You feel me? But you know he a humble cat though, like us. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'm gonna kind of backtrack a little bit because I missed the first part of the discussion. So what today's topic started out as was artists. We was talking about people collabing, kind of like the poll that I did in the group, and tight duos. What's tell us, you out there, Georgia, North Cackalack, man. We named ours already, a bunch of West Coast shit. What's some duos that you think work in rap and hip hop? Some of your favorite ones.
Of course, like Method Man and Red Man, that shit was cold. That one album they did, or anything they get together and do. You know what I'm saying? They chemistry cold. I fuck with like I guess you can't even like of course Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Like that goes without being said. But I mean that's a duo. Shit. Hey, no lie, bro. Gucci and Future made a mixtape for like that particular time and space. That was a pretty prolific duo.
Mm-hmm. What year was that?
It's like 2013, 2012. You know what I'm saying? There's some real like slick underground shit. But you know, like for some more or I wouldn't say underground, I just say more or less regional. But like Drake and Future, you know what I'm saying? It'd be hard for Drake and Future to miss whenever they do collab.
Yeah.
Of course, like you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't even know how you would you like EPMD, like you know what I'm saying? Some bunch of them old, you know what I'm saying, the old school niggas who was, you know what I'm saying, or one, yeah, for sure. Like
that count?
Combination that was nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they only did one song, but like shit, Ice Cube and Scarface when they was on that one song, like shit, I wish they would have made a whole fucking album. You know what I'm saying? 8 Ball, MJG, Bun B, Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? So I mean the list go on and yeah, for sure. The list go on and on, man. So it's but when you said it like that, I was thinking about people who done projects together, you know what I'm saying, and ain't necessarily done multiple projects. You know what I'm saying? Not in the sense of like a traditional duo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, that's I'm drawing a blank now. You know, because I'm thinking Jada and Styles, but shit, you can't take Sheik Luch away from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they not a duo, they a trio. You know what I mean? But when Jada and Styles get together, it's nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ain't they brothers?
Nah,
Ain't Jada and Styles P brothers?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say.
I always thought they was brothers.
Yeah,
I might be wrong though.
Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Hey, them motherfuckers been grinding so long. Yeah, they brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? They've been at it together so long. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they related at this point. But yeah, bro. I think, and then you know what I'm saying, me and Z-Rock for shit show. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some, yeah, like I think it's that's the most brilliant thing to do, like coming up with music with somebody else, in my opinion, because y'all bouncing that energy off of each other, you know what I'm saying, that back and forth. Even if it don't go on paper how y'all idea was, it's still just a process in my, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, that makes, cause like when you in that motherfucker by yourself or you writing by yourself, like you just drawing up solely your experiences and your line of thought. And we so easily influenced, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So if you got a good art, you know what I'm saying, artistically, if you got a good influence in the room with you, it's just gonna take you to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And that little competition, you know.
Right.
And when I say competition, not bad competition. Like, I don't want to be the worst verse on this song. Not saying my partner verse gonna be worse than mine, but both our shit gotta be fire. I know he gonna bring it, so I gotta bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna get on the song with Ted Loken, bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on that motherfucker and I'm gonna do my shit like I know Cuz gonna do his. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
Right. Man, hey, so you mentioned UGK, right? And then that kind of, you already know, bro. You know, Mac, my brother from another mother, rest in peace, from Houston, and he had me up on all that shit. We was on UGK before that shit too, but what I like about them two cats, Bun B and Pimp C style is totally different, right? Bun B is like, to me, a straight up mathematical rapper. Like, when he rap, he's chopping, it's on beat, it's it's here. Straight flow. And then Pimp is more like soul, like feeling, right? Just straight, like, he might not even say nothing lyrical, but he gonna say some, like, he's another Sugar Free. He gonna say some shit you could feel. He might sing a little bit, but I feel like when they came together, though, even though they shit was so different, when they came together, it worked because, like, you could tell that they was really best friends. Or I'm assuming that. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about it, huh? Yeah, it's and you know what I'm saying. There's something about it that is like they vibe. What me and my cousin said earlier, it's like when you got like it's like when you and Z-Rock, you feel me? Like I'm y'all's homie too, but y'all go way deeper than me and y'all. So y'all got a vibe that's like, I'm in the vibe too, but then y'all's vibe is like, you feel me? These motherfuckers here, you feel me? Like, I wouldn't know no different. You wouldn't have to tell me that that's your people. You know what I'm saying? If I met both of y'all separately.
You know what's so crazy? Not to step on your
but
like, if a motherfucker seen all three of us out, they wouldn't know no difference between us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but with me and Cuz knowing, like, bro, I've been knowing that nigga since '99, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds crazy to even say that. It's about to be 2030. You know what I'm saying? So I've been knowing that's my blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. But with Pimp and Bun, it's so crazy because even though Bun sounds like he's the sharper artist, like, Pimp C's a classically trained singer. Like, I think I can't remember, I don't want to misquote it, but I think he still hold a record in Texas for being, like, one of the youngest, like, opera singers. I don't know what, you know, tone he was falsetto. Like, nah, seriously. He's like, when I mean, nah, like, to the classically trained, you know, singer. So his ear is, like, different from a lot of motherfuckers' ears. That's why his shit sounds the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds like a bleak statement, but, like, no. He fine tunes this shit like he wants it. Not saying other people don't, like a Guru or, you know, Manic Fresh, but when you, like, I'm not trained in music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I taught myself. I'm still taught. You know what I'm saying? And that don't mean he more talented than me, I'm more talented than him. But when you go through that proper training, you get a different result. I guess that's why I can explain it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That nigga was.
I will say this. Now, I will say, and I always say this, not to say out of them two which one is better, right? But I always, and Pimp C actually had an interview saying this. I always thought that Bun, if we just talking about just straight up rapping, like, Bun, he got the flow. You know what I'm saying? But Pimp, like I said, it's the feeling of it. I still think not to compare them like that because they two are the same. You feel me? So you can't really separate them. But Pimp got like that, like he got that shit you can't buy.
Nah, for sure, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I gotta choose, which I'm not gonna have to choose because Pimp C's not gonna do an album, even if it's a solo album, he's not gonna do an album without Bun B being involved, and vice versa. But if I had to choose, like I think Pimp appealed to me more, even though Bun is more of the rapper. But it's something about Pimp. It's like it's not the mathematical part of it. It's the soul of it. You know what I'm saying? It's he putting the stank on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's that shit that you can't even like. I didn't know the whole shit about the opera. I didn't know he was in the opera.
I didn't know that either.
You feel me? But that just made me respect him even more because man. Motherfuckers be so caught up. How many motherfuckers that's in the rap hip hop game is gonna even have the balls to even do that shit? You feel me? Most motherfuckers ain't even gonna even try to even do something like that. Like that put a motherfucker in a whole different conversation. You feel me?
For sure. But I think that's the brilliance of Pimp C is that it is mathematical, but he do it with such a finesse that it sound like this shit just spilling out his soul. It is, but he placing it exactly where it's supposed to be. So it's not like it's almost like watching Roy Jones Jr. fight. Like that shit look a certain way, dog, but that shit is calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything he doing, moving his head like a chicken, so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? It's calculated. And it's like, I mean, me being from the South, I know about them a little bit. Now, I ain't going to say I know about them a little bit more, but, you know what I'm saying? I listen to them a little bit more. Like, they are the perfect reciprocal version of each other. Like, you would think that, like I said, you would look at him and say, well, damn, Bun just, you know what I'm saying? He sound like Rakim or Nas or the South or some shit like that. Not saying he on their level, but you know what I'm saying, his vocabulary and how articulate he is. The motherfucker professor. You know what I'm saying? He's literally a professor. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's gotta be smart. Like, I think Pimp said that Bun used to help him with his math homework. I think he said that Bun used to help him with his math homework. So both of them dudes is some intelligent brothers. You know what I'm saying? But it's like little shit like Bun B stands for Bun Beater. Like, so a motherfucker would think Pimp C name ignorant till you realize what Bun name stand for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga might call himself the Bun Beater. Like, but I think it's the same thing with like Big Boy and Dre. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers will look at Dre like Dre is this super deep motherfucker. And Big Boy just this, you know what I'm saying, materialistic motherfucker. And it's a little bit of the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really 50-50. But they got a different way of displaying shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the brilliance in the duo, bro, because you bring the best out your partner and you tamper the worst of them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, when me and Z-Rock first started making music, I could write hooks, bro, but you know what I'm saying? That shit was just a weakness of mine. Like, if I could pick anything, it would be like writing hooks. And now it's to the point where shit, man, I'm gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write a hook. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even. It might still not be my strongest suit, but you know what I'm saying? I've strengthened myself in that category. Man, and it was all due to being around, you know, Brian, being around Mac, being around Z-Rock, being around you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers, like they say, iron sharpens iron. That's for real. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That used to be like gladiator school, man, because it was so many. And then I felt like with me, not cause I was the odd man out, but it was like you and Z-Rock, GA, What's up, bro? It was like you and Z Rock from GA. Mac was from Texas, from the South. Um, we throw B up in there. Also, he right there with y'all, Tucker. And then, I feel like Blaze used to fuck with us. Another Georgia, motherfucking, where was D Don was from? Where was Cutting from? Alabama. And then you got Doug. They used to fuck with us, still fuck with us from Dago, which is Cali. And then you got me, which I got the last episode or 2 episodes ago. That's why I went in and I kept emphasizing to Sean, like, hold up though, this ain't Cali, this Oregon. You know what I'm saying? But then when all that shit came together, I ain't gonna lie, when I got back home, and then I would share the music with my homies, and they be like, yeah, man, your shit kind of, it's a little different, but it's a little different. It's elevating because I'm mixing with more styles. You know what I'm saying? And like, and I'm bouncing off y'all, not necessarily biting off y'all, but it's that we in here developing together. So it might be something that y'all pick up from me, and then this shit that I'm picking up from y'all, and then us vibing together is like making that chemistry just make a nice little product.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Remember, bro, like we might be in that motherfucker busting down and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when you would rap, niggas would get quiet. Not cause niggas, your ear gotta be different. Like, and if you just a nigga who, if you just a nigga who like, oh, bro, I don't like nobody unless they from the South, nigga, you gonna miss out on some hard shit. Like, I was heavily influenced by the West Coast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And nigga, I'm talking about all up and down California. You know what I'm saying? Vegas, all them. You know what I'm saying? All y'all niggas. And like, nah, nigga, you go crazy, bro. Like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Even if your draw, you ain't have the stuff like we had, but what did it have to do with what you were saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga would be super lame to be like, oh man, cuz accent ain't like ours. Like, what? Man, this nigga going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you better listen, nigga. Same thing with Mac. Like, yeah, Mac was country, like I'm country, but Mac a whole different type of country. That nigga from Houston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
from Texas.
That's way different from Georgia. But at the same time, nigga, that's why you gotta keep an open ear for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga like Kendrick. What you about to say?
You wanna know something? Y'all gonna say you wanna know something funny though? So before I moved to Georgia, when I was in Portland, like I got one of the thickest accents out here. Motherfuckers used to tell me in high school that I sounded country. Right? And that's without, like, my daddy was from Oklahoma, but it ain't that I'm country. It's a different kind of country. It's like, if you hear, like, Libra and Marcus in both my real family, if you, like, I talk more like the older generation in our family. Like, when you hear me say cutting and all of that type of shit,
that shit hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that shit is hard. Don't let nobody tell you that's country, nigga. That shit's fire. What is you talking about?
No, not cutty, cut in. I say cutty too.
Saying, nigga, that shit hard, nigga. What up, bro?
Yeah.